Oops, that's not it. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Yeah, I think so. Yay, 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 yay! It's time for Love Morning. Welcome. Good to see you. This is a daily practice that starts with a song that I make up right now. So keep that in mind when you're judging me. I see that scowl. That's what we have Love Mornings, to turn that frown upside down. So, song time. Ba 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 dee boop ba ba dee beep ba da bop. It's time to share some gratitude. We're gonna lift up those attitudes. We're gonna share what's the good things are. We're gonna make sure that we have a car. If we don't have a car, we're gonna make we have feet, and we don't have feet. We're gonna make sure we have people to meet. Cause if we have a place to go, even if it's in the internet show, it makes life so much more fun. Yeah, internet morning with Love Morning with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Internet morning. It's a Love Morning with we. Yeah, internet morning. I think you cannot see that this internet morning is a one we can't believe. Yes, nailed it. Yeah, I'm feeling pink today. Can you tell? Good morning, Brent. If you are here, say hello. If you've got something you're grateful for, share it. We love to hear what people are grateful for. I sure do. And the more that we know what other people are appreciating around the world, the more our lens of what's good in the world expands. And the more that we know that we're surrounded by like-minded people, the more we know that it's a kind world out there. It has the potential to be. I had a cameo in your dream last night, Brent. Well, I was I wearing clothes? I'm honored to be in your dream. I do my best to visit everyone in their dreams, but I'm struggling a little bit. Ooh, I just had my neck pinched a little bit. Ooh. Good morning, Esta. If you are here and have the ability and would like to say hello, just give a hi. If you've got something you're grateful for, you can leave a one. Although, maybe we should think, what would be a better thing to type in other than a one? A G for grateful? Yes, good morning. This is a time and a place to share some gratitude and to remember that we have the ability to be kind and connect with people. And if we make that the focus of our day, or the baseline or the foundation of our decisions, then I think things work out. Maybe not all the time and not all at once, but a long enough timeline, kind and connecting, I think you'll be pretty darn happy. G1! Thanks, Lori. Love it. G for goodylicious. Well, I guess G could be for whatever we goddamn want. See what I did there? Good morning, Tom. Tom is grateful that coffee is so hard to make and easy to drink. I guess it could be. I'm not. I just put grinds in a paper and pour water on top of it. And actually, this morning I microwaved some coffee that I made a few days ago. So I'm cutting corners all over the place. But I am grateful that I'm having coffee today without a straw. Maybe I will use a straw. I got some teeth whitening done, and they recommend that you not drink dark fluids for like 48 hours or longer to try to let the enamel become less porous. So I am grateful for the depth of conversations that I have been having lately, and the courage of some of the people that are close to me in speaking things that are sometimes difficult to hear, and of being open to hearing things that I sometimes are scared to say. I have a long history, and you might have had this in your life, or maybe still do. I certainly am still working on it, where I'm afraid to say things if I think it might cause another person discomfort. That's part of my people pleasing. I want to keep everything copacetic. I want everybody happy. I want everyone to like me at all times. I don't want to be the source of anyone's pain, suffering. I don't want to be a burden on anyone. And so part of that wiring is sometimes I will try to control the way or how I say something, or resist saying something. And so, but part of the choices that I am making, and as a human being, and significantly the ones in relationship of practicing a poly lifestyle and opening my heart to multiple people, and that requires this insane level of honesty, truth telling, and having the courage to say things that the other person may or may not want to hear. It's only courageous if they don't want to hear it. So the courage to say things that people don't want to hear, and then trusting that they can process it. I was given the advice just this morning that you can, I'll mess it up. You can value the relationship, or you can value the person, or you can protect the relationship, or you can protect the person. But if you protect the person, you can damage the relationship. And if you protect the relationship, you can hurt the person. But you have to have faith that that hurt is a healing that they can handle and process, and it will make the relationship stronger. Now, this is why poly is hard as fuck, and most people say not worth the effort. But I am learning a lot. Yeah, and I couldn't do it without the courageous women in my life that are showing me what bravery and courage and strength is. It's not my massive biceps. It's being able to hold strong and receive information, process it, work through what it makes you feel, and grow from it. Massive badassery. Oh, I see. You're being silly, Tommy. It's hard to tell in texts. I mean, sometimes. But yes, coffee is delicious. Good morning, Pierre. Haven't seen you for a few days, and good to see you. Oh, look, Mary is here on YouTube. Hello. And hello in the galaxy. Oh, wait, no. Love from the Galaxy? Is that your name? That's amazing. Wow. Well, hello. Good morning, everyone. If you've got something you're grateful for, I would love to hear what it is. I am grateful, as I said, for these relationships and this communication and this role modeling and that I'm having in the people in my life, as well as the bliss and joy and good times. You know, it's a really, I'm feeling very blessed. I actively chose that the beginning of this year, this chapter, and indefinitely, but the chapter started this year about really valuing the relationships in my life. And so I stripped away some other things and some professional things, and have really prioritized connecting romantically, friends, family. And I really feel like it's paying off in my personal growth. So I'm ecstatic. I'm in San Diego, California, where it is a sunny, crisp morning. I'm going to get a blood draw after this for I signed up for a medical service. They do genetic testing and blood testing, and they show you certain proclivities that your biology has for foods and types of exercise, and we'll see. Good morning, Mingle, or good middle of the night, whatever time it is for you in Sydney. Mary is grateful for the beauty of sunlight and nature, grateful for being alive, and for me. Thank you. Um, I barely slept last night either. I slept for an hour and a half, and then I woke up, was up all night long, and just slept for another hour just now. And then I said, I got to get up. I got Love Morning. I got a commitment. Speaking of commitment, I'm grateful for First Saturdays. This Saturday is the 13-year anniversary of the homeless outreach that I helped start and have been helping run for 13 years. That's a lot of clean socks, new socks that we've gifted to people, and a lot of care packs, and fucking shit ton of clothes that we've given away, and food. So, and thousands of volunteers that I've helped give an experience of a beautiful, joyous gifting experience. And I'm as proud of that as every, cold person that I gave a jacket, or every hungry person that we gave a slice of pizza. Mingle is grateful to be catching up with burner friends down under. Yeah, what a magical and cool and just, I'm sure, a memorable experience you're having. Thank you, Mary. So I have started a new undertaking. I'm now broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, because I was broadcasting live on Facebook and then uploaded it to YouTube. Now I'm just trying to make them both live, and it seems to be working. So I'm kind of looking around and getting the comments back and forth. It seems that YouTube is doing a better job of making it, the lag is way better. So you and me on YouTube, we're like in the future compared to those Facebook people. So this has been a practice I've been doing every day for about 2 years. The morning love broadcast. I also every day lead gratitude circles at noon and 6 p.m. That's in Zoom. All of it's free, and it's all ways to just, raise our vibrations, recalibrate to joy and to gratitude and connection, and recognize that if you do practice gratitude, connection, and kindness in the world, that you are living in purpose and you're making the world a better place. And the more of us that are encouraging each other to do that, lifting each other up when we try and get kind of shut down, the easier it is, the better it is, the more our ripples are amplified, and the more we can feel good about what we're doing. Not that it's the volume or the quantity is not what we measure. We measure the direction we're headed, not the distance we travel. Does that make sense? Otherwise, you will always get caught up in, I could have gone farther. Yeah, you always could have gone farther. I have 13 years of First Saturdays. Could we have franchised and had First Saturdays in other cities? We've had a couple of the cities that popped up, but none of them have lasted. Could this be a nationwide thing? Could I have started a massive, charity? Yes. Do I want to live? Does that mean? No, actually, I'm there's a part of me that's like, you should have done that. Think about how many people you could have helped if you would have done that. Why didn't you try harder? You? I'm in the middle of talking about direction, not distance, and you're going to go and pull that whole "you're not doing enough" voice? Well, you're not doing enough. This is not me. This is just a voice in my head, okay? Well, are you saying you couldn't do more? I obviously could do more. Couldn't we all? This is Love Morning is not about beating ourselves up. Well, it could be. No. Love Morning is about turning our frowns upside down. It is about recognizing that we can connect. And I'm, for the purposes of demonstrating this live conversation that I did not plan on, I will say, if I listen to you too much, I shut down and I can't do shit. So shut the fuck up. You know what? I take that back. I hear you. I know that you're trying to help. And I have other guides, I have other experiences that have proven to be more helpful to me. So you can sit down and I'm going to listen to the rest of my counsel, okay? All right. All right. There we go. Welcome to Love Mornings. If you are not familiar with the YouTube channel, there's a whole bunch of videos where I do not talk to my voices in my head and on my sock puppet hand. But sometimes that's what happens, I guess. I just started tearing up talking to my hand. Did you guys see that? That was very strange. I feel like I'm going through a chapter where I'm just like blown open, having like these powerful experiences in so many ways. I'm getting like real affirmations of the good service that I'm doing in the world, and also having these challenging, heart exploding relationships. I'm connecting with my family deeply. I feel like I've got I'm feeling healthy for the most part, except for my shoulder, and got physical therapy starting this week. So yeah, it's resulting in a very emotional experience of life, which is fucking awesome. If you are just joining us, you missed me having a conversation with the voice in my head that made me cry. Thanks, Kala. And good morning, and I'm glad that we're here together. I've discovered that I process and channel a depth of awareness, wisdom that only happens when we do it, when you're here, and I know that this is being received, and there's this loop that happens, and I can sometimes get out of the way, and then I can watch it later and go, oh, that was really valuable. Like, I should probably watch this later today and make sure I hear what I said, because who needed to hear that more than anybody? This guy. Not you. This guy. This guy needed to hear it. Good morning, Chris and Painey and Terry. Oh, I love you so much. I hope you are healing. You've been in my thoughts so much. If you got anything that you're grateful for, any one of you, you could share it. And if you just got something grateful, if you got one thing grateful, it could be your roof over your head, a wonderful pet, a child, a parent, an awesome outfit. If you're grateful for anything, one thing, type a one as a comment. Oh wow, I'm glad to hear that conversation resonated, Kala and Mary. You know, sometimes I feel like I should. There you go. Ha! I made you say should. Shut the. Oh, do you want to tell him? Yes. Sometimes, I think we all feel like you should be making a program. You know, you should be selling things, and you should be telling people how to fix their lives, and instead of just talking about yourself all the time, it's just like, oh, I'm going through this, I'm going through this, I'm going through this. But, you know, and how did I get an accent all of a sudden? All of a sudden, is this a different voice? Maybe this is a different judging voice. Okay, well, I think we're all clear on this. So let me just, although you do sometimes pop in and make me feel like I should be making more money and stuff, but, well, who did, of course. Okay, so you're done? Yes. Okay. But I do feel like the sharing my journey and my lessons and trying to be transparent and trying to like shine a light in the dark places and celebrate the things, I consistently hear things like, oh, that's me too, or, oh, yep, yes, I know what that's like, or, oh, that's scary, but thanks for being brave in that way. You know, like through radical self-expression or vulnerability or sharing anxiety issues or whatever, you know. So I certainly have not presented myself as one who has figured it all out, but I think there's a real value. And I think that our world is becoming more in tune with that. I don't think we have the tolerance for people who stand on a stage and give you all the answers in a seminar. Although certainly people make many millions of dollars doing so, I think a lot more people are starting to recognize that it's not about getting an easy fix. It's about digging into your traumas and doing hard work and learning tools and self-forgiveness and finding patterns and chipping away at them. And the more of us that are like affirming each other and lifting each other up and saying, "Nice work. You just that was hard." I just had a conversation where for the first time in my life, in the middle of the conversation, I recognized that I was feeling constricted, and I wanted to defend myself. I was feeling defensive, and I started to, and I was like, "Oh, I don't feel right." I've definitely recognized that feeling, but this is what I did for the first time. I said, I said it out loud to the person I was talking to. I was on the phone, but I said, "I don't feel right now." And we were kind of, there was some tension in the conversation. I said, "Can I either call you back in a few minutes, or will you take some breaths with me on the phone?" And they said, take as many breaths as you want." And so I while on the phone, I took, I don't know, felt like a long time, probably 20 seconds of breathing. And then I was able to return to the conversation without having that. And then they asked me that, are you willing to share what you were thinking, or what brought that on as you understand it? And I said, well, I was feeling guilt and defensiveness, and and so it was really helpful to recognize that I'm growing, still learning, as we are all. Gearbot, I'm grateful that we're sharing this time together too. Hello. And hey, Charles. Charles has got some gratitude. Boom. Thank you for sharing. Ooh, Kala's saying the connections that you elicit are so valuable. Their unconditionality is what makes them so meaningful. Thank you. Thank you. I do have some of these really powerful relationships that I've been growing. One of the common threads is that all these people are able to, they love humans, and they're able to see flaws and traumas and sometimes even bad behavior, but still love the people. It doesn't mean we want to hang out with everybody, but there's so much love for any human being that's having a human experience, which is all of us. And there's this compassion. It doesn't mean, again, that you don't protect yourself from people who are acting in ways that can cause suffering, whether that be, deceit or lack of dependability, or any number of things. Violence. There's a bunch of reasons why you can love someone and still say, yeah, they got to be locked up or kept out of my life or not let in the house. Yeah. Tom is grateful to be getting his Pyroness in order, as he just lit his fireplace with a smaller amount of white gas. Ooh! I don't think that's a good idea. But then again, I'm not here to shoot you to death. We have plenty of voices that would like to, give you some advice on how best to start a fire safely. Good morning, Nick. Chris saying that vulnerability is beautiful. It is. And my friend Ladybug, she has been helping with this definition of vulnerability, that if vulnerability is when you share something that could be used as a weapon against you. Which means just transparency is not vulnerable. If I share something that isn't scary, it's not vulnerability. And because I share so much, there are things that sometimes I say that people think is vulnerable to share, but it's not, because I'm not scared of it. It doesn't. You can't hurt me with it. But true vulnerability is when you share something scary and you trust someone to not hurt you with it. I really like that definition. Crystal's grateful that she gets to come to warm San Diego for a conference next week. It's 4 degrees in Mammoth right now. Awesome. Well, stay in touch. Sean is here. Sean, I gave gratitude to you. Somebody I mentioned you here last few weeks, or not a few weeks. Gosh, I didn't have. I mentioned I had 2 hours sleep last night. Your song for the gratitude for the babies was so amazing. Burner baby song. But Sean is grateful for Facebook memories, showing me this awesome photo of his dog Buster he took a while back. I love Facebook memories. I start the day with Facebook memories every day because I've been sharing a lot for a long time. So it's always a whirlwind of crazy memories that most of I've forgotten, because said crazy memories punished my brain cells, if that makes any sense. I am. What else was I going to say about? About Mammoth. I actually made a joke. One of my, I don't know how to use these words. One of my partners, I guess, asked if I could meet them someplace closer to where they lived, and they thanked me. They said, "Thanks for making the extra effort to come make this convenient to me." And in my charming, humorous way, I said, if you said I'll meet you in Mammoth, I'd go. Which isn't true. I'm not driving to Mammoth. Hell no, especially not if it's 4 degrees. But I was just trying to make a grand gesture, romantic gesture. It's easier to make them when they're just words. See, now I'm out of integrity, and I did it live and it's recorded. Crap. Just as I was getting so many brownie points for vulnerability and authenticity, I just blew it with that. Well, I guess it's under the guise of humor, which makes it gray area, right? Right? We all laughed. Okay, well, the way we do this here, what did I do last night? I had a date. So we are rounding up our morning love broadcast, which I do every day. It is our opportunity to remember that just being kind and looking for connection as you go through our day can lead to these lives of beautiful purpose. I know that I need that reminder because I do sometimes have social anxiety, and I have the tendency to just keep my head down, and I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to bother people. So this morning reminder to head up, say good morning, say thank you. It leads to just really beautiful things, and it sets a tone. And then when you're practicing doing that, every once in a while, there's an opening to something even more beautiful, or someone replies back, and next thing you know, you're having a conversation. Next thing you know, I'm giving them a sticker. And next thing you know, we're forming a band together and touring Europe. No, that hasn't happened yet. I hope not either, because I have only had 3 lessons of Ableton Live with my music teacher, and I'm really not ready to tour Europe. So we're going to finish up and have a hug, which is how we close these things. I've been doing online hugs since 2001. They started with my grandpa Caleb, who, if you don't know Grandpa Caleb, you should go to YouTube channel and look at the Grandpa Caleb videos. He was a magical being for sure, and he influences me on a daily basis. I should say, you should go to the, actually, I'm discontinuing this shirt, so never mind. The I Talk to Strangers shirt, although it's relevant to what I just said about looking for connections. But I do have a t-shirt store at lovemorefearless.com that you might get a kick out of. Jamie saying, I love Facebook memories. It's mostly music, friends, pets, and food. I'm also grateful for another trip around the sun. Happy birthday! Plus, I get to have Indian food tonight with a bunch of friends for my birthday. Yay, Jamie, have fun. Ooh, I'm also grateful I'm celebrating my mom's 80th birthday on Saturday. That's going to be awesome. She's an amazing woman. So wherever you are in this moment, give yourself a hug. But as you do so, recognize that you are symbolically hugging each of us here in this space. And you're being hugged by each of us. So that body you feel is mine, everyone here. And this arm squeezing you is all of us as well. So as we sink into this place of oneness, this recognition of our shared humanity, let's sink in deeper than our identities or our politics or even our thoughts, just down to that basic shared human drives of safety and peace and comfort, security, purpose, love, and that core human place that we all can overlap. Let's be there as we take a deep hug and squeeze each other. So take a deep breath in and squeeze. Feel us squeezing you. And release. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thanks for being here for this Hug Nation Love Morning. I love you. Do this every day at 9 a.m. unless I stay up all night or something. Although I did stay up all night last night and I still am here. Maybe that's why this was such a fun and silly one and why I cried talking to my hand puppet is because of the lack of sleep. Now it's all making sense. This weekend, will my mom be at First Saturdays? I don't think so. This weekend, if you missed that, 13th anniversary of First Saturdays, my San Diego homeless outreach organization. It's on Facebook /Help the Homeless /. And yeah, we're going out for we're doing it 13 years every month on the first Saturday of the month. We give out care packs with clean socks and toiletries, and we give out food and donated clothes. If you're in San Diego, join us. Bring down your extra gently used clothes and backpacks and stuff. Yay! Have a beautiful day. I don't need sleep with this kind of awesome energy. Thank you for being a part of my day. I love you.